Everyone. Today's topic of presentation is studying the relevance and applicability of Bhagavad Gita's Karma Shastra for solving current sustainable education strategy problem. I'm Dr. Snehal Junarka. Flow of presentation will be introduction and motivation, literature review, research objectives, research methodology, the case study, key findings and conclusions. In current education strategy is majorly focused on the physical needs of our students and future generations, but the social, emotional, mental, and spiritual needs are less considered. Thus, the motivation of this research is to enable our future youth with holistic development of physical health along with human values, emotional well being, mental health, and work life balance. For this, spirituality is the base of our education from ancient time, and we found there is a holistic development of students to thus the motivation is to gain the our old ancient heritage of holistic education. Basically, the science education focus on invention which are from the human needs and the human needs without human values can create destructive inventions like suicide provoking video games or thus the scientific approach or education strategy making students understand the spirituality or human base for any uh, knowledge gaining or creation is important. The need of study is also focused on students while gaining maximum marks or maximum package from institutes. There are many students who give up their hope. This can be from family pressure and education strategy in both ways. With colonial influence, we started treating humans as a human resource and exploiting resource to the maximum level. This thought is included in our not in education system but families as well, that one should get best marks, best institute, best package, but all these needs are only physical needs. We There are literature which indicates the family stress can lead to depression. The academic and family stress can go to emotional, psychological, emotional, and health related issues in students. But our ancient scriptures and the recent initiative to include our spirituality in education policy have our base from Srimad Bhagavad Gita, Ishopanishad, Mahabharata, Katha Upanishad, Garud Purana, Yoga Vashishta. These all scriptures talks in detail on the Karma Shastra, how karmas come back in our in individual's life. So understanding of karma in students is crucial for their holistic development. The After analyzing various literatures, we found that Karma Shastra is as well as its benefits on the student's holistic development are studied in a limited way with respect to colonial influence. Few studies focus on the linkage between spirituality and education, like Karma Shastra and effect on emotional intelligence. by Mulla et al. Studies on importance of Karma Shastra in designing education strategy found less in existing literature. So our research objective is to understand how Karma Shastra facilitates managing education strategy in present times for peaceful minds, society and world, and to identify various factors influenced by current education policy implementation with empirical evidence. The research methodology we have adopted is post positive paradigm using qualitative approach of case study. The case study. The case has been selected of a researcher having they more than 5 years of spiritual practices and its influence on reversing diabetic condition, re-established research and family balance with spiritual practices. The case study. The case description. Researcher was working uh, on her PhD work and published internationally recognized papers and given presentations. But while entering the institute, her age was 27 and the institute's policies was to mandatory stay of 6 months in institute, but after entering institute the policies suddenly changed to 6 months to 5 years. That made her uh, marriage and other family responsibilities, leading to work life imbalance. The case has been analyzed with data reduction, data display, conclusions, and verification technique given by Miles and Huberman. Case has been analyzed on physical, mental, and emotional dimensions. The researchers who entered the institutes have mandatory stay of 5 years, faced health issues like asthma, hormonal imbalance, detected with stress induced diabetic 2 condition. Because this was because the family as well as work life imbalance. Students who entered research work um, cannot be cannot sacrifice the family social, emotional, mental and spiritual uh, requirements or needs to continue her research, but this human need is not considered as noted by case at our education strategy or policy level. In ancient time, there is Lopamudra or other researchers who have their families. Still, they are able to pursue their research aspirations. Thus, the stress induced mental uh, uh, problems like uh, causing felt low and loss of creativity. Emotionally, she found herself lonely and feeling like anger and excessive desires, envies. But the good part is the meditation and mantra chanting. The spiritual practices aid in managing her research along with child care. After 5 years of spiritual practices and completing her research work, She was able to regain her sleep for 7 to 8 hours, reversed her diabetic condition, mentally become resilient, emotionally strong, and uh, uh, able to control her excessive desires. The spiritual practices enabled peaceful management of work pressure. Case finding talked about the physical, mental, emotional well-being using spiritual practices, and the karma kshetra plays crucial role in doing while practicing spiritual practices like yoga nidra, antarmauna, and meditation. Key findings are uh, key, uh, case findings revealed discrepancy in education policy and its execution at institutional level. Case noted need to change mandatory recommendation letter or reference letter in recruiting the academia, uh, reducing the guide's authority in students' future. Uh, Pivotal role of spirituality in calming, regularizing, and expressing thoughts in physically, mentally, and emotionally balanced way. There are seven new factors were found. In conclusion, understanding of cycle of karma, what goes in will come out, uh, is to be teach to students, uh, because for scientific inventions or any new creation, the um, need of or serving to society should be the base for creating constructive innovations, inculcating culture of human values and social connect. uh, what case noted was the social connect and human values are decreasing in our uh, educational institutes, which should be restored in line with our ancient gurukulas, where human values are most considered, considering students as well as faculties as human with soul and consciousness. With the colonial education system, the humans are also considered as a resource. It's a human resource, but human are not resource. They are souls with consciousness. So understanding their emotional needs, mental needs, and creating good inventions or research outputs is crucial for any institute, for holistic development of institute students as well as faculties. Yoga nidra and meditation practices for students and faculties. It's, yoga nidra is a part of pratyahara in ashtanga yoga. It uh, reduces the pressure, and we have a live case of practice of yoga nidra and its positive effects on students in a remote school of Maharashtra, and the school is recognized worldwide with this practice. So implementing yoga nidra in all schools and higher education institute can reduce this stress level in students as well as faculties. Initiative to convert failure of fear into scientific creativity. uh, Most of the suicide cases or negative depression cases are cause of fear of failure fear. From childhood, childs are uh, made by parents or to win or to be best in everything, but we have to consider the child has their own values, own interest, and through our current education system focus mostly on left brain, which is analytical skill, but the right brain, which deals with creativity and innovation, are less focused. So there should be uh, initiatives to uh, for right brain activation in education strategy, teaching design thinking from spiritual dimensions for of serving this to society, and karma shastra in Bhagavad Gita Adhyaya 15. uh, Krishna, Lord Krishna, talked about karmanubandhini manushya loke. All human beings are bounded by karmas. We can't run from karmas. Karmas are there in our each activity. So while teaching design thinking in our higher institutes or institute, we should make students to understand and make faculties to understand that whatever we are teaching, talking, or gaining knowledge is to serve the society, because whatever we give will come back. If we give positive to society, we will get back positive in return. So for example, especially the scientific inventions like um, the suicide provoking videos or milk enhancing hormonal injections in cow can have a cycle reversing back to us in terms of breast cancers, which was found in research work, that if negative goes in the uh, cycle of karma, then negative will come back. In this note, I want to conclude that karma shastra should be included in our education system to make education more holistic for students, as well as more fulfilling for our faculties. Thank you. These are the references.